Hello, my name is Sandra Milligan, and I've been volunteering for Greenways Land Trust since I moved to Campbell River in 2003. I think the first event I ever went to was with my family when my kids were quite small, doing a broom bash at the Haig Brown property. My children ended up in the newspaper after that, and so it was very easy to get them to come to Greenways events. I've been on the board for quite a few years, and I've been president for the past 5 years. In a nutshell, my job as president is to ensure policies and procedures are in place and being used to support smooth operations. A regular part of my job is planning for each board meeting. I see board meetings as a chance for directors to hear about current activities and provide guidance and support as needed. I really value everyone at the table. Many eyes and ears watching and listening provides much comfort to me to ensure the organization is engaging and working in a way that makes all of us happy. Other duties that I share with all the directors include overseeing the AGM, looking over financial statements and the budget, doing advocacy work, and human resources. That's one of my favorite things, being able to meet new people who are interested and really wanting to work with Greenways, and checking in with employees regularly about the work that they do. A current project that I'm enjoying is creation of our new strategic plan that will guide us through the next 3 years. I really enjoy working with the board and staff and hearing about how we all hold so many common goals. This past year, COVID took away some of my favorite volunteering events, the big public events like TD Tree Days and the broom bashing, and also not being able to do public walks. The other side of COVID, of course, is that we've seen how flexible and resilient our staff can be. Interpretive walks went online. Volunteer activities focus now on facilitating smaller groups and family work. And COVID also greatly increased the engagement people in town have with our natural spaces. We very much hope this will translate into a new appreciation for our natural spaces and perhaps some new recruits for Greenways volunteers.
This is Gordon Hunt. I met Greenways 3 years ago last summer at the Haig Brown estate. Greenways was exhibiting to a small gathering recruiting volunteers. I enjoy working with people who love nature and love the great outdoors. I am motivated as a volunteer to serve my community, to give back a little of myself, as I've been blessed with kindness, good health, and lucky to live in beautiful Campbell River. Invasive species management is important to me to allow natural, native nature take over, a chance to survive and flourish. One highlight to me was the past summer of cutting blackberry and unwanted species around trees which had been planted by children from the Georgia Park School. Then at the end of summer, returning to this Georgia Park and seeing our trees healthy and thriving. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chuck DeSorcy. I've been involved with Discovery Coast Greenways Land Trust since its inception and worked on its incorporation document, establishing the group in 1996 as a land trust. I got started in Greenways because I was seeing our natural green spaces threatened by urban growth, and I wanted to help protect those areas and give my daughter the opportunity to be able to enjoy them as much as I had before they were paved over. Since 1996, we have been steadily growing into an environmental group that restores, sustains, and protects our natural areas and critical habitat, particularly ecological and recreational greenways, for the benefit of our community with the help of our fabulous staff and wonderful volunteers. This year's COVID-19 pandemic has put a damper on our ability to complete some of our projects as we are restricted in gathering together. But in spite of that, we were able to accomplish one of the most successful projects we had ever done. This project was the restoration of Ocean Blue, an old cedar shake mill site near Bakey Island. The project involved taking the natural forest floor soils being removed to build a sportsplex bike park and transferring 20 truckloads of the material to spread on the site. This material contained the soil bacteria, natural seed bank, roots, and plant material all the way up to tree stumps. It was spread on the site and the resulting regrowth was astonishing, with some 3-meter square sites having over 40 various seedlings starting. Because we had the room to do social distancing, it allowed us to do some planting, helping to increase the biodiversity on the site by installing a variety of over 250 native plants.
I was able to perform my university professional placement at Greenways, and through that, Greenways gave me a wide range of experience in so many different fields that will be applicable to me in my career. So I was able to do invasive species removal and identification. I was also able to work with stream restoration and habitat, as well as my community engagement using the fruit tree pick program. So all these different areas helped me both build community outreach skill set as well as a more ecological mindset as well.
Food insecurities are so unnecessary when so much goes to waste in our grocery stores and on fruit trees growing in so many community backyards. I am a retired senior who has been a volunteer in my community for many years, and it was on learning about the Greenways Land Trust fruit tree picking that I decided to sign up in an effort to get outside, get more exercise, and help towards providing this resource where needed. Many shared that in the past so much had gone to waste. Each time I would arrive at a pick and see the same group of volunteers, or new ones I had never met, turn out to get the job done in fast order. It was awesome. It was inspiring to know that not only were we making a difference, but so many of us felt the same. I have been surprised at the number of people in our community who are simply not aware of this project in our midst. This has to change.
The fruit picking project helped lower our grocery bills while providing healthy food to my family that would otherwise go to waste. I appreciate the opportunity to not only help ourselves but for others in the community.
Adopted trail volunteer of the butterfly trail. Me and my friends come out and just do trail maintenance. I love being part of maintaining a place that I love recreating in. I think it's really healthy activity. Bring my friends, we socialize, we just get to be a part of the places that make this community so special to live in. And it's a very simple activity. You don't need a lot of knowledge. And then the trail building workshops that I've been a part of have been just pretty interesting in terms of learning about trail maintenance and why it's important to get the leaves off the trail so that the trail is healthier, and then therefore more walkable and more enjoyable for more people of all ages and abilities to actually come in and use the trail and feel safe, and that it's a space that just is accessible for as many people as possible, which makes for a great overall community. And just love being a part of it. Great community, and that's it.
These notes are from Elva Watts, one of the volunteer administrators at the Laughing Willow Community Garden. I was an avid gardener in Ontario before moving to the island, so getting a community plot at Laughing Willow was exciting. Volunteering as secretary shortly after joining last year was not in my plans, but it gives me a challenge in life. Volunteering is natural for me. I spent 15 years volunteering for the small city of Dryden, Ontario, 5 years for Community in Blooms, and 9 years on the hospital board. I'm in my 4th year on Strata Council at WPE. I'm a health fanatic, so encouraging people to get exercise, fresh air, and grow chemical-free produce for their health and mental well-being is my goal. I'm so fortunate to have 2 gentlemen join me on the committee. They are such an asset to the community garden. Recently, we were successful in submitting a grant with the help of Cynthia at Greenways Land Trust from the Community Foundation and received $1,500 towards our aging infrastructure. Reg and Ernie can't wait to get started on repairs to the Laughing Willow Community Garden.
Another great success for this year was the Mountain View Food Forest, now growing for its full summer, tended by an amazingly skilled and diligent team. The garden was used for an Introduction to Permaculture course, and the planting that took place during that event got it off to a good start. From that starting point, the garden team came on board and transformed it into an amazing, diversified, growing success. The garden was put to bed in October and looks like next year will be even better.
I chose to work with Greenways as we had just moved to Campbell River about 2.5 years ago, and I was really looking to get to know the area and the community, and I was scrolling through my Facebook page one night and the Streamkeepers program popped up and it piqued my interest. So I got in contact and a couple of weeks later went down to one of our creeks and met with the Greenways team down there and some other people that were looking to volunteer, and I pretty much fell in love with everything then and realized how amazing Greenways was and the amazing work they do. And I really wanted to be a part of that to help make a difference. What motivates me to keep working with Greenways? Well, I would put that as beavers and fish. So I don't know. I really enjoy the fall season here, and I really enjoy watching the fish come up the creeks and seeing them thrive and knowing that they're doing well. I love that I'm a part of that. I just really enjoy working with the Greenway staff. They are so wonderful to learn from. They are always so willing to help us and make sure we have everything we need. And they're so encouraging. So I love working with the staff at Greenways. My favorite thing about the Streamkeeper program, that would be just being part of helping our creeks thrive and being aware of any issues that arise and knowing my creek so well that I know what's going on with it. I think just overall, I enjoy being a part of something that's important and that can help make a difference. Whether that's counting the fish that are coming up in the fall or removing anything that may be blocking the creek and stopping the fish from moving up or anything that could be hazardous to the creek. I just think that that's really important. A highlight, I think, for me would be riding around a golf course in a golf cart, visiting the different ponds that our fish tend to end up at and just seeing how amazing they are and how far they've come up from the ocean all the way up to where the golf course is. So that was one of the highlights for me, was racing around on this golf course, checking out all these different ponds. And of course, you just can't beat watching these fish jump up and seeing the obstacles that they have to get through in order to get to where they're going. It's wonderful. I also really enjoy just keeping an eye on these beavers that we deal with quite often in the area, and they're quite fun little things to watch, and I also find them quite clever. So just making sure everything's good. And I enjoy our team that we work with, and overall it's an amazing experience. I love working for Greenways.
The Greenways Land Trust was one of the reasons I moved to Campbell River. Living close to and enjoying being in the Beaver Lodge lands, it made sense to volunteer to restore and maintain the natural ecosystems that are so readily available. And Greenways' multiple projects make it easy to contribute on an as-needed basis and to connect with people who share similar values. I grew up on the West Coast, in Ucluelet, before much infrastructure was in place. People had to pitch in to provide improvements, so that's been a way of life for me since I was a child. Our grandson doesn't live in Campbell River. Volunteering with school groups provides me with a connection to young people. I love to see how enthusiastic they are to be outdoors, how hard they work, and how much they enjoy learning. I also believe that it's important for the greater community to see people of all ages working together to improve the environment for the benefit of all. Since volunteering with Greenways, I've learned a bit about trail building, and I've taken the Streamkeepers program to better understand how to look after the streams that run through the city. Environmental restoration can seem like a daunting task, but slowly and surely, over decades, with many people volunteering countless hours, we can see the results. Whether it's a giant pile of blackberry that's been removed, or salmon returning to a stream, or native plantings taking hold on reclaimed land, when people see measurable change, it provides hope. That's the biggest gift Greenways gives to the community.